Today we're going to start building Arcadian stool. You will have a plan that will go through all the steps of building the Arcadian stool. We will now rough cut the pieces for the top. We have now marked our piece of wood that we're going to use for the top. We're going to cut this off with our radial arm saw. So the next step is to make two edges that are perfectly straight, so when we glue it, we'll have a nice tight joint. So our next step is to go over to the jointer and joint these edges. Now, when you put the two pieces of wood together, they fit perfectly, and now we'll get ready to glue them up. These are the two boards that we're going to glue together. In order to make the joint sturdier and stronger, we're going to add 3 biscuits in the edges of these pieces of wood. I have marked 3 spots on these pieces of wood, put biscuit joints in. So I will cut those now with a biscuit joiner. Now we have the biscuit slots drilled in each piece so we can put biscuits in and glue them together. These are the biscuits we'll be placing in the slots when we get glue in there. It's helpful for you to have a brush to brush your glue in. You glue on the biscuit. We've got plenty of glue on this board. On the other board, we're going to put glue in the biscuit slot. Set one on the other. Lay it down. And we'll start clamping. We'll start with the end clamp. Snug it up a little. We'll start with the clamp on the other end and snug it up a little. Then we'll put a clamp in the very middle. Now this can be put aside to set up. The glue now has set up on our top that we glued, so we'll take the clamps off. So the next thing we're going to do is to square it up. We're going to rip this board to the desired width. joiner. We're at our radial arm saw, and we're going to square this in now. Now we'll cut it off. Okay, this is our planer. The next two pieces we're going to make are the two ends. We'll mark off a rough cut size. These three pieces of wood will make our two sides. It's going to take one of the big ones and we're going to cut the middle one in half, so we'll glue these two and these two, then we'll have two ends. So the first step we do is to joint one edge again to make it straight. Now we're going to rip these to make sure these are parallel and cut one of them in half.